Hello and welcome to Core with Core. Today we have a very quick workout. It's going to be all glutes. We will be using one prop today. It will be a ball. If you do not have a Pilates ball on hand, that's totally fine. You can use a pillow, a weight, or you could do it without any equipment at all. So whenever you're ready, we're going to find ourselves lying all the way down on our backs in one direction. You're going to take that ball, you can place it off to the side for now. We're just going to get into our neutral. So for how we get into our neutral, we are just going to sway our knees side to side. Keeping your hands down on those hip bones, helping you navigate that place. You feel balance from east to west. Maybe we make those knee sways a little bit smaller here. Rocking side to side on that bone underneath us, our sacrum bone. Once you feel balance here, we can stop. And we're going to go into pelvic rocking. I want you to think about moving those hip bones towards you, lowering everything down on that mat, and then arching the back away, moving the hip bones away. And repeat, we are rocking that pelvis forward, and then arching as we rock the pelvis away. Few more here. Finding that place we feel balance from north to south. Once we find that place, we're going to hold the body still. We'll reach over, we'll grab our prop, whichever one you're using today. If you're not using a prop, you're just going to keep those knees and those feet hip distance apart. We're going to start with some bridging. So let's place those hands down onto the mat off to either side of you. We're going to squeeze that ball in between those knees, trying to break and pop that ball as we lift those hips up to sky. Find that squeeze for that glute, but make sure you're not arching your back away. You're only lifting slightly to find the squeeze in the glute. Lower all the way back down. Squeeze ball, lift hips. Lower back down. Exhale as we come up. Inhale to lower down. We connect with that breath in Pilates. It will help us go through those hard exercises. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. On this next one, we are going to lift those hips up. You're going to find a squeeze and release of the ball. Lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Squeeze, release the ball. Lower back down. Getting those inner thighs woken up here each time you squeeze that ball at that high point. You have 4, 3, last 2, and last one. Stay nice and high. Squeeze that ball in between those knees. Try and pop that ball as we lift those hips up to ceiling and lower. Up an inch and down an inch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way back down. Take that ball from those knees. Give those knees a hug if you need to. Otherwise, we bring those feet back down and we go into those knee sways. All right, we are going to go into single leg work. So we are going to take that ball, pillow, or weight, or nothing underneath that free leg, whichever one you want to start with. I will be starting with my right. Hands stay evenly pressed onto the mat. Since we are doing single leg work here, you really need to make sure you're staying weighted down on that ball's legs, arm, so that way you're not lifting on that free side. So we're going to exhale, lift everything up, find that squeeze for that left glute. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower back down. You're squeezing that ball underneath that right knee as you lift up. Lower back down. Still pushing down on that right forearm just as much as you are on that left forearm, so those hips stay even. We have 4, 3, last 2. And then on your next one, we stay high in that single leg bridge. We tap those toes down. We lift back up. Tap toes down. Lift back up. Exhale and inhale for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Keep that knee bent up. We pulse the ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower everything back down. Take that ball away. Give those knees a hug or sway those knees. We're going to place that ball right back underneath that right knee. We're going to go into some abs here. So we're going to float both feet above that mat. Hands will come behind our head. Our elbows will be wide. We're going to exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders, hold in your ab curl. If that is too much for you, I want you to leave the head down. Otherwise, we have that ab curl. We exhale, reach that free leg out. Bend back in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bend back in. We have that ball underneath that knee. Gonna tighten it a little bit more. Squeezing it, so we're breaking that ball underneath that knee. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna kick that leg up to ceiling. Flex the foot as you lower down to the ground. Point to come back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Still squeezing that ball underneath that right knee. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and stop with that low diagonal. Point that toe, draw tiny circles going in one direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse those circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees and take that rest. You're gonna grab that ball from underneath that knee. We're gonna place it underneath that new leg now. We're gonna leave the abs for there. We'll finish with them after we finish these single leg glute bridges. So we're gonna just squeeze that ball underneath that left leg now. Right foot is down on the ground. Hands are down on the ground as well. You're gonna exhale, lift those hips to sky. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. For 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Lift those hips to sky. Stay nice and lifted. Drop that toe. Lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg lifted. Pulse those hips for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Lower down. Hug those knees in real quick. Hands come behind those heads. We find that ab curl. We find that free leg come out. Bend back in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. For 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg to sky. Flex that foot, lower back down. Point that toe, come back up. Flex to lower. Point to lift. Same idea. You keep squeezing that ball underneath that free knee. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that pointed toe. Draw those tiny circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse those circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees and remove that ball. Hug the knees in or sway side to side, whatever feels good. All right, when you are ready, we are going to find our way seated up, and we're going to swing ourselves around to go onto our all fours position. We're going to take that ball, you're going to wedge it underneath one knee. I will do the knee that's closest to you. And I like to come down onto my forearms for this position here. You are welcome to stay up on your hands or your fists. We're just going to go into some donkey kicks here with that ball underneath that knee. We squeeze it to lift that leg up, lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower back down. Pressing into both forearms evenly or both hands evenly because we are on that single leg work here. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to flip up onto that left hand. Right forearm comes all the way down. It is matching the same line at the top of your mat. We're going to open that knee up. Lower back down for fire hydrants. Open that knee up. Lower back down. You want to keep your gaze down towards that top corner of that mat, looking out nice and long. That way you're not cranking the neck down to the chest. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Let's find a circle. So we're going to rotate to find that donkey position, lower back down, lift back up to that elbow, rotate, find donkey, come back down. Every time I say donkey, I want to think of Shrek. Donkey. Rotating around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee back down. Come up to seated. Take that ball. Let's place it underneath our hands. We're going to roll that ball all the way out as we sit into those hips. Finding child's pose. And then we roll that ball all the way back in, finding that nice arch for that spine, maybe dipping the neck. And then we come back up to our neutral. We are going to put that ball underneath our new leg now, wedging it underneath that knee, making sure it's nice and secure there. Coming down to your forearms or staying up on those hands, going right into those donkey kicks, lifting up, lower back down, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep those hips even towards that mat. Maybe take a check real quick to make sure they're not lifting up on one side or the other. We have 3, 2, and last one. We come up to that right hand, forearm goes into the line with that top of that mat. We lift that knee up for that fire hydrant. We lower back down. Lifting the knee up, lower back down. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, go for 2, and 1. Let's circle that knee out. Dropping down, find that fire hydrant, find the donkey. Lower down, find fire hydrant. Just helping getting rotation in those hips, as well as rounding out those glutes. Maybe you're feeling it a little bit in that supporting leg glute, that is fine. You got it right here for 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Drop that knee down, take that ball. We're gonna roll it out again to find our child's pose. Rolling it all the way out, sitting in those hips. And then rolling it back up by extension for that back if that feels good. And then come all the way up. All right, we made it to our last part of class, so we are gonna do some standing work. We're gonna come all the way up to standing, place that ball between our knees. We're gonna find our squats. We're gonna lower down, squat, come back up to standing. Lower back down, find that squat, come back up to standing. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. We hold that squat, we pulse. Up an inch and down an inch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoot all the way back up. Take that ball. Let's find some lunges. We are going to put our right foot forward, left foot comes back. We're going to lift that ball to sky. We're going to find that lunge position, pass the ball, lift back up to sky, pass that ball. On your next one, let's pass the ball back to the other hand and reverse that pass. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and last 1. I want you to hold in that lunge. You're gonna place that ball behind your back. We're just gonna scooter out that leg. Bring that back leg forward, shoot it back out. Bring that back leg forward, shoot it back out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist down to your wide squat. We're gonna place in our hands. We're gonna find that squat as we lift up, lower back down to chest. Exhale, lift up, lower back down to chest. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Pivot, find that lunge position, hold that ball in the air. We pass it under, you stand back up. Passing under, stand back up. Let's reverse that pass, passing back to that same hand, bring it under, come back up. For 2. And 1. We hold in that lunge, that back leg comes forward. We straighten back out. Coming forward, straighten back out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that lunge position, ditch that ball. Place those hands down to that foot, bring that foot back. Find your downward dog. We'll bring the legs forward, finding that high plank. And we can lower down to our chest. And find that cobra. Lower back down to your chest. Those knees. Open them up, find your child's pose. And then when you're ready, we will come up and you are all set. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want a little more abs, I do have an abs with ball class. I'll put it in the description below. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in your next workout. Bye.